Hi, I'm Izzy, and this is Dizzy Quilts and Sews. The weather is cooling down a little bit in Montreal, and I've had sweaters on the brain. In today's video, I want to talk about 4 sweater patterns that I've made in the past and that I really want to revisit this season. I don't know about you, but when the temperatures drop or when fall comes around, the only thing I want to do some days is just to cozy up in a nice sweater and just come down here and sew or curl up with a book. So sweaters are definitely staples in my wardrobe, and I was going through my fall winter clothes recently and realized, although I have a handful of sweaters, I want more. Now, I have started working in the office again 3 days a week, and the 4 patterns I want to share with you today, pretty much all of them, maybe except for one, can be worn in the office when the weather is cooler, but they are definitely perfect for wearing on the weekends when you're staying around the house or will be running errands. So let's start going down the list. Like I said, I've got 4 of them for you. The first 2 are perfect for fall, so when it's not yet very cold, and the last 2 are amazing in the winter. The first pattern or sweater is the Buzan top by Itch to Stitch. Now, the amazing thing about this pattern are the sleeves. So these are pleated sleeves. They are cut in a little bit, which is perfect if you've got narrow shoulders like me. They have these really dramatic cuffs at the bottom of the sleeves. And otherwise, it's a very simple sweater. So all of the drama is in the sleeves. This is what I would call the perfect beyond basic sweater. So it's not really your straightforward sweatshirt, but it's got a little something that makes it a little bit extra. I have made this sweater 3 times already, I want to say. I don't own any of them anymore. So the first 2 I made were from very low quality, dare I say it, fabric. I can't remember where I got them from. And I had color blocked them because I just didn't have enough of one fabric. And although I did wear them quite a bit, they only lasted about 1 season in my wardrobe. And then, yeah, started to pill really bad and just didn't look polished anymore. So I had to get rid of them. And then the third one, I used high quality fabric, but didn't love the print and didn't love the colors on me. So I donated that one, I believe, last winter when I went through my big wardrobe edit. So I don't have any more of these in my wardrobe, and I'm itching, Itch to Stitch, I'm itching to make myself a new one. Now, I do have to say there's a slight little negative about this pattern. This is a pretty old pattern from Itch to Stitch, so she's not updated it to her full size range. And to be honest, I don't know that she has any plans to do so. So this pattern goes from a size 0 to a size 20, which can only accommodate a bust up to 46¼ which is not huge, and hips up to 48¼ and I'm pretty sure the pattern is designed for a B cup. Now, I was looking through all of my pictures of me in my Buzan tops, and yeah, they look a little bit small for me in the bust. So I'm obviously not a B cup. I'm like in cashmerette patterns, I make GH patterns. So there's right now at the moment, there's a 6-inch difference between my high bust and my full bust. So you can tell when I'm wearing my Buzan tops that I need a little bit more room in the bust. So When I make this again, I'm going to use the size 20. I've always used a size 18 because that fit my shoulders really, really well. But because this is cut in, I'm not too worried about the shoulders. So I'm probably going to go up to a size 20 and maybe give myself a tiny bit more room at the side seams so that it fits me a little looser everywhere. Now I have a cotton fleece. I think it's a bamboo cotton fleece that I got from from Core Fabrics in my stash, and I am planning on using that to make my Buzan. I think it's going to be nice and cozy, perfect for fall. It's not going to be super warm, but just warm enough. So that is going to go on my plans. Probably not this month, but hopefully in November, I'll be able to make myself this top, which, even though it's going to be in a sweatshirt fleece, I think I can wear to the office with a nice, smart pair of trousers. Next up on my list is a Seamwork pattern, and I'm pretty sure that's a pretty old one too. So the Seamwork Oliver is one of my favorite sweater patterns, and it's also perfect for fall because it doesn't have like a huge collar. It's a little bit cropped, so it's not going to go all the way down to your like lower hip. It's got a gorgeous boat neck and it's got lantern sleeves. So again, this one, perfect for transitional weather, and depending on the fabric you choose, you can definitely wear this to the office or out for lunch, that kind of thing, when you want to look a little more polished and elevated, but you still want the snuggly factor of a sweater. Now, I made the Oliver for the first time in the winter of 2020. It was one of my first makes as far as garments go, and I made it in a double knit, like a burgundy double knit. It was very much polyester fabric, and I did wear it for a while, but I don't enjoy the feel of polyester on me, and it just wasn't super comfortable and snuggly, so I got rid of that version. And then I made it again in a sweater knit that I got from I don't know where, but it had like little lurex threads all over it. It looked super cute and I love it. I still have it, but I don't wear it very often because those lurex threads itch. So if I'm even a little bit warm in that sweater, immediately the threads, the lurex just starts itching me and irritating me. So usually I tend to wear it if I'm not going to be wearing it for a very long time. But it's a super nice pattern, very simple to sew, very easy and quick to sew. And I think it could be made in so many different fabrics. Now, as far as pattern recommendations or fabric recommendations, you only need about 10% stretch. So you could use those double knits. You could use that Ponte. A French terry would work perfectly. Sweater knits without too much stretch would also be fabulous. Now I've got two fabrics in mind to make mine, and I haven't really finalized yet which one I'm going to use. But the first one is a cotton jersey, but it's a nice hefty cotton jersey. Like, it's medium weight, definitely, so it's not like super summery, and it's got these beautiful red and white stripes. I think that would work perfectly for fall, so right now. And yeah, I'm kind of liking these stripes on me, so that's one option. And the second option is a rib knit in a charcoal color. So you can see the ribs here. I love this fabric. It's, again, a medium weight. It's not super heavy or chunky, but it's not super lightweight either. And I've got, 2 yards of this, so more than enough. You probably only need about 1.5 yards, depending on the size you're making of the Oliver. So either this, which would work really, really well for the office, or this for a more casual look, perfect for the weekend. So I haven't decided yet, but I'll definitely be turning one of these into an Oliver sweater at some point this fall. The next sweater I really, really want to revisit this year, and actually I've been wanting to revisit this one for a while because I love my original one so much, is the Whistler Pullover and Hoodie by Love Notions. I made this one, it must be 2 or 3 years ago now, and I made it in a super fluffy, snuggly, thick fabric from the Fabric Snob. It's called thick fabric on their website. I can't remember what the composition is, but it is the softest thing in the world. It is a little bit of a nightmare to sew with. It leaves fluff everywhere, but oh my gosh, wearing it is like heaven. So this pattern has a shawl collar, or you can put a hood on it. You can make a shirt, a tunic. You can even make a dress with it. I love the neckline with the buttons. You can put some gathers right under your bust just to give it a little more width under your bust. The pockets are amazing on that sweater. They are super fun to sew, not easy, but very fun. And they're huge, so you can fit so many things in there. It's amazing. You can have a slightly rounded hem or a straight across hem. Lots and lots of possibilities in this pattern. It goes from a size extra small to a 5XL, and that accommodates a 57.5-inch bust and a 59.5-inch hip measurement. So depending on the view you're making, you're gonna need up to 3 1/4 yards. So I think that's for the dress view though. For the sweater, if you're just making the top, you probably need between 2 and 2.5 yards of fabric, depending again on the size you're making and whether or not your fabric is directional, because those pockets are, yeah, it's a very interesting construction. You do need fabric that has at least 25% stretch. So I would avoid anything with just minimal stretch, like 20%. But a French terry would work, a sweatshirting would work. So anything with a little bit of stretch would be perfect. Now, I don't wear mine to the office. The one I have right now is exclusively a weekend thing, just because of the fabric. I find it's a little bit too casual to wear to work. But if you picked other types of fabric and maybe wore either a cami underneath or even a turtleneck, this would be a fabulous winter sweater to go to the office or just wear on the weekends. Now, the next version I want to make this into a set. So I would use the Whistler sweater for the top of my set. I haven't decided yet what the pants are going to be. They're going to be some kind of lounge pant pattern. And the fabric I'm going to use for this set, are you ready for it? This stunning emerald velvet. It's stretch velvet that I got from Minerva a couple of months ago. I have 4 yards of this, so I should be able to do the sweater and a pair of lounge pants for myself, and I cannot wait to make this. It's gonna be so nice and comfy and snuggly. Yeah, I've been waiting at least 2 years to make myself a new Whistler. It's definitely going to happen this fall. And last on my list, but definitely not least, is the Tobin sweater by Cashmerette, which is also right behind me. So this is a Cashmerette pattern. You know the fit is going to be amazing, especially if you've got curves. So it's also got a bunch of different options. So I'm just going to look down for a second. So you've got three views of this pattern. The view A is what I made here with the split neck. You've got color blocking options because this is two pieces up here, as well as the sleeve. You might not be able to see it, but there's actually a sleeve, a seam right here. So you could color block and have the top all in one color and the bottom in another. It's got really nice long cuffs with decorative buttons. Those buttons don't do anything. And it's got bust darts like all of cashmere patterns do, or most of them I should say. Now view B is a cowl neck, and it's got like a swingy high-low hem, so it's much wider at the hips. And then view C is just your classic sweatshirt with the crew neck and the cuffs. Now, like I said, I made view A, and this is a sweater knit I got from Minerva last year. I absolutely love this sweater. It's perfect for winter. With the neck, it keeps you nice and warm, but it's also nice enough, definitely nice enough to wear to work. I wore it to work last winter without a problem. Now, obviously this pattern is available in the full cashmere size range, which goes from a 0 to a 32, and that's including bust cups C to H. And yeah, it accommodates a bust and hips up to 62 inches. So really good size range. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make the same view. In fact, when I make this again this winter, I probably won't make the exact same view. What I might do is mash a view B with view C. So I'd love the cowl neck, but with the straight sweatshirt bottom, if you will. So a nice cowl neck, but then straight down, probably just hem, no band at the bottom. And I don't yet have fabric in mind for this one. I'm looking for what I would love, what I'm envisioning is a winter white cable knit, a nice chunky winter knit, but with some drape, because if I'm going to do the cowl neck, I don't want it to stick out or be really, really stiff. So I'm on the lookout for a drapey, chunky cable knit in winter white. If you come across one, let me know. So yeah, so that would be my dream Tobin sweater. I could wear it with black pants, navy pants, burgundy pants. I could wear it with basically any color pants. I could even wear it with like printed pants, like with a pattern. Anyways, I'm excited. I just now have to find the perfect fabric for it. So those are the 4 sweater patterns that I am hoping to make again this year. The Buzan top by Itch to Stitch, the Oliver top or sweater by Seamwork, the, my gosh, Whistler pullover and hoodie by Love Notions, and the Tobin sweater by Cashmerette. All 4 of them are different. They have some different features, and the first 2 I think are perfect for fall, while the last 2 are just the best, snuggiest winter sweaters, and I cannot wait to have all 4 in my wardrobe again. So I would love to know if you've made any of these sweaters. If you haven't, are you now a little bit inspired to try one or more of them? If you have made them, I would love to know what your feedback is and what your thoughts are on the patterns. So let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Please give the video a like on your way out and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again, and I will see you soon.